Hey guys, this is Oshay and this is going to be my first impression what I like about this deck because I don't think it's gonna be a lot of I don't like this deck part of this video. Reason being because I specifically picked this deck to be my I don't want to say toxic positive decks because you know that's just a dig at the conversation and that's going around about toxic positive decks, and I don't want to be mean about it because I don't I do think that there is such a thing as toxic positivity, but I kind of disagree that some decks are not usable because they are only they have only gentle imagery or something like that. And reason being is, and funny how life is, because a few months, okay, maybe about a year ago, I would have agreed that you don't need decks, or I might have not said that, but I would have said that you're better off with a deck like the, I don't know, Deviant Moon, or just a regular RWS with the balanced cards and the balanced imagery, because this is an RWS clone in a way. But then life happened, and now I'm at not a stage, but now I'm in a shape, so to speak, that I need a deck like this. I need something that will not kick me in the butt, not slap me in the face with the truth, because if I want to be honest, and I always want to be honest, I'm not in a space or head space, soul space, mental space, any space where I can handle anything like that. It's just too much. And sometimes life is too much, and you still want to get help and you still want to move forward, but I wouldn't use a deck where I would know that I will be confronted with something in a very, very strong and direct way. So, I would rather have a deck that will gently tell me that, hey, we both know that something is going on. Let's try to figure this one out. But not in a bulldozer kind of, I'm gonna just show you the way and you have to follow, because sometimes you're not ready to follow, and forcing your way ahead because you know that that's what you're supposed to do can, just lead to setbacks. So yeah, I specifically picked this deck up to be my gentle deck, to be my kind friend who will tell me that things are gonna be okay, because sometimes all you need is someone to tell you that everything is going to be okay. That's the only thing that gets you by. So I guess that's my take on the whole toxic positivity thing. We're not the same, so I'm never gonna tell you that anything that I say that works for me, or currently think that works for me, should work for anybody else. I think that's a very dangerous and, how to say that, ignorant thing to say, because we honestly have no idea how people are, no matter how they present themselves to be. So we can give advice, that's what tarot is for, and we can come from a very good intended place and say that, hey, you should do this and that, but we should never say that if you don't do this in this way, you're gonna do something horrible. I know I'm just saying vague stuff and probably not really making sense, but hope it did. So I have the Affirmators, what is this? Affirmators card. It's not an oracle, it's a deck of affirmations from the same creator, from Knock Knock, which has cards like this. And I have a flip through. No, I don't have a flip through, I just have a first impression video up on my channel if you're curious about that deck. But I now knew what I could expect from this deck because of that. And also I've seen this deck on Lisa Puppet's channel previously, but I was like, it's too big, even though it's really cute and I love the colors, I love the style, it's it's gonna be too big, I'm not interested. But when I went around to see what sort of a deck that I could get that would help me start working with tarot for myself again, because I started reading for other people recently, and that's working. I can read for other people easily, which is relief, but I can't for myself. It's still difficult to get into a headspace where I can just be there for myself, if that makes sense. And I knew that I needed something else, because none of my current decks would be, I don't even know, specific enough for that, or I just wanted a new one finally. Probably that was part of it. And I was thinking about getting the Alice in Wonderland, I think that's the name, the mass market edition that came out, I think, last December or something like that, which I still consider getting because it's cute and I love the colors. But I ran into a blog post about this deck, a review, and if I remember, I will link it in the description. If I don't and you're curious, please do let me know, because that was a really good review of the deck, and it came from someone who bought the deck. It was totally not their aesthetic, and they thought that, they're just buying it and then they're gonna put it away and never gonna use it. And then there were some experiences, which is always fun to read. This is the box, which is a bit annoying because, as you can see, because of how it's glued, I always have to adjust it to be able to close it. And it's not, I don't know, I like to part boxes. This type of, I don't even know what the name of this type of deck, even though the quality is awesome, and it has, it has foiling or embossing, I don't even know. Gold accent. And I absolutely obviously love the purplish pinkish color. The quality is, like I said, nice, but if it would be a two-piece box, I would love it so much more. Okay, the cards are big, and of course I don't have a regular size deck around just easily, because why would I have one? But we have the possibilities card on my altar that I can show you. So it's, as you can see, taller and wider than a regular sized card. But you know what, I don't care. This is the deck, but I just don't care. I absolutely love the backs, and I love the overall design. And I have a few, it was very hard to pick only a few cards to show you that I love. Okay, which should be, I mean, these are all that. These are the cards that I managed to, pick out, and not only show you, not show you the whole deck pretty much. But as you can see, it's a very, it looks cutesy at first, but as I was looking through the cards, and I really like the color coordination for the suits, it's easy to see which suit you're in. Look at the Ace of Swords. And it's not necessarily, like the swords are yellow, which I don't associate yellow to swords, but in this deck it kind of works. So what did I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, so it seems like, just a cutesy deck, but as I was going through the illustrations and the cards, I was like, there's more to this than, just being nice. And I really like the guidebook as well. I don't know why, but I really like that it's green. I don't know if it picks up on my camera that it's actually green. There's some, introduction, and then we have, like this, a small section for everything, but it's very usable. And it describes the artworks as well a little, so it's not like just gives you the usual description for the fool when you see something else on the cards. I really don't like that. And you also have an affirmation for each card, plus it goes into a little bit more in the we're not taking this as seriously that we're gonna go and just be in a mood or in the moment or in the space that, oh, this is the you know, it's so profound that it's set in stone if you pull a card or something like that. Because, you know, here we have the Fool's affirmation, and it says, I leap into the unknown with reckless, there's an asterisk or star, whatever, and reckless within reason. Let's not be crazy. We're all adults here. We're all adults here. So, you know, with reckless abandon, trusting that a great new chapter is waiting to unfold. So you have a usual typical affirmation, but it kind of, you know, adds some humor to it, which I love. And like I said, I really like the descriptions for the card. You can learn from them. It's easy to grasp the meaning of the card, which I always appreciate. And sometimes we have some illustration, but I don't know why, you know, they decided to include some cards, or which cards they decided to include. I guess it's just one per page. But as you can see, you have the same amount of text for a minor arcana than you get for the major, and I think that's always nice. And then, yeah, that's we have the about an author page as well. I really like this paper. I would assume this is recycled or something like that. I have no idea. I don't know. But anyway, not important. It's nice. It's usable. It's nice. It's not your typical looking little white book, but it is a very usable little white book. Okay, so I'm going to show you the one card that because I was like, I need some that I don't like, and now, you know what, okay, I'm going to pick the bird. And just because it's usual, or in large part, this is an animal deck. As you can see, the foal is a flamingo. But sometimes there are people, and I'm like, why? So, and, you know, that's pretty much the only thing that I can say is that, oh, why is this a human? But other than that, I love the colors, I love the leaves, I love this little star. So yeah, it's not really, you know, a thing that I don't like. It's just sometimes, you know, you have decks that you don't necessarily love that much. But a few of my favorite cards, I love this fool, and when I first look at it, I was like, okay, it's a bird, you know, it has some pearls, like, oh, okay, cool. But then I noticed the tiny dog. And I don't know why, but the tiny dog, the fact that the flamingo has a tiny dog, it just makes it all better. High Priestess, I absolutely love the fact that she's winking. She's a deer, I'm assuming, because of the antlers. And, you know, you have both sides, you know, this is a fun-looking High Priestess, but you still have nighttime, you have daytime with, you know, like flowers and abundance. She's holding, I don't even know, it could be a moon, or, you know, it could be a little sun, or a crystal ball. She's very relaxed. And, you know, you still have that two column or whatever pillars. And so, you know, it's not a useless, just let's be cute for cuteness sake deck. I forgot to say, the cardstock is very weird. It's linen-y. I mean, kind of the finish is linen, but it's not, I don't know if it's real linen or just weird. I think I've seen it on somewhere that there's a light linen version. I watched some playing card videos, you know, about cardstock, so I'm assuming that's that. It's a weird one. It snaps back kind of slowly, and I think that if I would accidentally bend it, it wouldn't, you know, snap back to shape, even though I'm very, very tempted to, you know, crumple it, which is kind of weird. I'm not gonna do that, obviously, but I have no idea how it will, you know, hold up, or how it even riffle shuffles. I don't think I will be able to riffle shuffle this deck because it's too big for me. So, you know, but I think Lisa in her video managed to do that, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but you should check out her review as well. The lovers are just so cute. And I usually am looking for more of a choice element in the lovers card, but with this one I just love that they seem happy, they seem content, and I just love that. Strength, just love this. I'm gonna say that with every freaking card, but this is a, hey, look, I'm a lion and I'm supposed to be scary and whatever, but I'm not, and I'm kind, and I'm a nice lion, and please accept me for being a nice lion. We have a bat for justice. And I love that, because justice is supposed to be blind, even though bats are not blind. And, they use other senses to sense where they are going, the direction they're going. It's probably more clear or easily to use anyway than your eyes. So that's an added layer that I really like, even though the tiny bat is not heavy. But, creating balance with justice is not a happy thing. I don't really know what this not justice, judgment card is, how it's, what it's supposed to mean. I don't think I've checked the guide, because I was like, I don't understand why this is depicted in this way. I mean, I kind of do. Oh, okay, I don't really see. Okay, no, I don't see any description of the card, unfortunately. Which, it's damn, but I kind of still love it. Because it kind of looks like the sun is here and to welcome the tiny mouse, like, hey, you reached the peak of your life, or the end of the rope, or whatever, like the end of the path, because there's nothing to go there from. And hey, we're here, we're gonna take care of you. And this was the card that was on top when I opened the box, because the majors were at the back, and I was like, yes, please, thank you. An Ace of Cups with a dragon, because I'm gonna, it's not an actual dragon, but let's pretend it is. So yeah, obviously I love that. 10 of Cups, again, it's a cute deck, and I love it. It's just cute, and I love how cute it is. And I don't know how many times I said cute, but I don't even care. We have a 3 of Pentacles with high 5 and high 10, and they kind of seem a bit of like, oh my god, where to look? There's just so many people, we need to high five. But still, they work together. Just like I love bees with the 7 of Pentacles. That's one of my favorite things. Or the 8 of Pentacles. Either of those cards. I really like when bees are involved. Or ants, So yeah, that was one of my favorite ones for that reason. 3 of Swords. Usually the 3 of Swords are boring, but look at those frogs. And, sometimes the 3 of Swords is a card where you're overplaying your hurt for the sake of other people feeling pity for you. And these frogs kind of look like that. So, I kind of appreciate that. And, we still have a 10 of Swords with a dead lizard who looks dead. And the swords are in the lizard. So, you will have that 10 of Swords in the reading if you get it, but still I kind of, because of, it makes it more cartoonish, I guess, not in a bad way. It's easier to handle when you have something like this. And I absolutely loved the 10 of Wands with the camel, like breaking the back of a camel or something. There's a saying with the back of a camel. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's really cool. And I love this orange. I mean, I think it's watercolor. And you know me and watercolor, so not surprising. And look at that cat. And it's funny because usually I really hate when animals are anthropomorphified. Not, how do you say that? You know what I mean. I'm gonna just shut up and not try to pronounce a word I don't know how to spell currently. When they are turned into a human. I don't like that. And there's a lot of decks that I would otherwise be very interested in. But in this one, I just don't mind. This cat lady, it looks like a very well put together creature. It's not just a cat's head put on a human's body. I think I just don't like that because I always feel like that they are too separate. that, you know, they are not natural, which I know how ridiculous it sounds. But when I look at this cat lady looks natural. Like, yeah, if cat lady like that would appear, I will be like, oh, okay, that's a creature. That makes sense. Which I know how ridiculous it sounds, so I'm aware. But yeah, so I have obviously a flip through. Should I attempt to? It's not gilded, by the way, and as you can see, it's huge, but I can still hold it, which I appreciate. So let's, you know what, you guys, if you're still here, you know how I am. We're gonna, oh, okay, it's actually really easy to shuffle, like riffle shuffle. I was not expecting that, not because of the cardstock, but because of my hands. I've kind of, you know, expected it, because as you can see, I struggle. I can't hold the whole, oh, but I can bridge it back, and I'm never able to bridge anything back, even if it's, you know, like falling apart and everything like that. This is progress for me, guys. I have tiny hands and I'm not good with shuffling, especially not on camera. But, you know, let's attempt one more time, because we're not shuffled. Oh, God. I hate how tiny, okay, I don't hate my tiny hands, but I hate how much I struggle with shuffling because of them. But let's pull a few cards just to see how. Oh, I really like the overhand shuffle as well. It's not as bad. It's big, but it's not as bad as I was expecting it, which is cool, because I want to start to work with this. My plan, to be honest, is to work with it daily from now on. I don't know when the video is going to be up. I'm filming this on, as you can hopefully, no, you don't see it, the date, it's the summer solstice, it's the 21st. So probably it's gonna be at least a week or so. So by the time I post this, at least I will be working with it for some time, which is always nice. So if you have any questions, you know, like some cards or something like that, please feel free to ask. Okay, let's see, what did I do for us? Okay, we have a Four of Cups. Problem being Four of Cups. Six of Wands is our current position, which turns into a Five of Wands if we don't pay attention. Oh God, it's kind of flimsy, but it's not. So Four of Cups is usually, problem, it could be boredom. I'm gonna very, very much simplify this reading. You know, always just looking at things that we have and not being able to be happy with it. Even though in reality we're actually making progress and we're actually making steps forward, we're achieving things that we are supposed to, I mean, we should be or could be happy about, but, you know, we're just like, oh yeah, of course I managed to do this, but I didn't do that and that and that, and that way we're kind of just heading towards a very conflict-ridden situation or state where we pick fights, just, you know, small ones, not big ones, but we pick fights with other people because we don't know where our dissatisfaction comes from. And that comes from not being able to be, not being grateful for what we actually already have, and not appreciating what progress we made. So what we need to do is definitely look at what we do, acknowledge the success, obviously what we lack, or not what we lack, but where we need to improve as well. But I think it kind of suggests a more self-critical state where all you do is just pick at the things you fail at and not appreciate what you have, and then, you know, try to make other people feel as miserable as you are because of that. So here's a little advice for you, don't do that. But yeah, this is my first impression of a deck that hopefully be gentle to me and to us, because I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, I want to do a gentle July where I post a daily reading with this deck every day here on YouTube, and here I think I'm going to do that on Instagram as well. Just to, you know, not I don't want to put my hand or our heads, not hand, our heads into the sand and pretend that everything is fine. Just have something nice to add to the day, because sometimes we need that. So if that sounds something like that you can use, please subscribe to my channel so you can see the community posts and my later longer time experience with the deck, because that will come probably sooner than a few months, or just a few on the beginning of a few months period, because I will be using this deck daily. And I cannot wait to tell you how it actually works. Or was it gentle, or did it kick my ass? So yeah, we will see. But thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Those all help my channel. If you want to support the channel, you can find ways to do that in the description. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye!